All right, everyone, let's talk about the stuff, the rough stuff that no one likes to talk about, disordered eating patterns. Now, I know for a fact, because statistically wise, 3 out of 4 women experience disordered eating patterns in their lifetime. So more than likely, I would say 90% to 100% of us have had disordered eating patterns in the past, whether you knew that it was disordered eating or not. Now, disordered eating and eating disorders are slightly different and categorized differently. Disordered eating can lead to eating disorders, but not necessarily in the same category. They do have a lot in common, though. So things to kind of ask yourself to know if you are experiencing disordered eating, if you're not sure if you are or not, is, do you often feel the desire to eat when you are emotionally upset or stressed? Do you often feel that you can't control what or how much you eat? Do you sometimes make yourself throw up to control your weight? Are you often preoccupied with the desire to be thinner? Do you believe yourself to be fat when others say you are thin? Does your weight affect the way you feel about yourself? Are you satisfied with your eating patterns? Do you worry that you've lost control over how much you eat? Do you make yourself sick when you're uncomfortably full? Do you eat in secret? Do you currently suffer with or have ever suffered with a past eating disorder? Because those do come back as disordered eating patterns later in life. It's not something that you just get over forever. It's something that you will have to work on for the rest of your life. So there's a lot of questions to ask yourself. If you are using diet pills, diuretics, laxatives, fall for the raspberry ketones and all of those things, and the diets and the diet fads. All of those are disordered eating. Any diet on the American market right now is disordered eating. That is what they are selling you. So we have grown up in diet culture. It is embedded in our lifestyle, and it's very hard to figure out what is and what isn't. If you need to weigh find the need to weigh yourself every day, or if you're reluctant to be weighed and you don't want to know what your weight is. If you've had repeated unsuccessful weight loss attempts, if you're a yo-yoer, dissatisfaction with body and or weight, concerns about aging and appearance, vague somatic and psychological complaints, food restrictions, skipping meals, saying, things are bad versus good, a preoccupation with food, so an obsession potentially, or a preoccupation with exercise. I can't eat A if I don't exercise like B. I then don't deserve this food. Food is fuel. We need it. Whether we're exercising or not, our bodies need it to survive. I probably should have put a disclaimer on this of, hey, I'm not a doctor. I do have a lot of experience in the disordered eating world. But I probably should put trigger warnings on this just in case. But it is something that's very difficult to talk about. It's something that everyone secretly wants to talk about, but never does. So we're going to talk about it. If you have any questions, and I want this to be an open discussion type of thing, which is why I'm not saying a ton about it right here in this video. But I do want to know what you think about the topic, if you have any concerns about it, if you just want to start a conversation with everyone pretty much about disordered eating. Because again, it can show up in every which way possible. And again, it is ingrained in us, unfortunately, through diet culture and the media. So questions, comments, concerns, let's start the conversation and comment below.